Hey, welcome to the second course video for the song That's a Joke by NF from his 2021 mixtape, Clouds. I'm musically malnourished, and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. In these videos, we do a deep dive into the lyrics and meaning behind the music. So let's get in, see what's going on with That's a Joke. All right, That's a Joke finds NF addressing those regarding him as an outsider in the rap game while condemning those attempting to deceive him, inverting a common euphemism during the song's hook and paying potential homage to J. Cole's 2014 hit, No Role Models. I don't know who J. Cole is. Other than he's obviously had some influence or was big in the rap scene or is big in the rap scene, because he's also mentioned in a John Bellion song. So let's see. Okay, he's 40. J. Cole, Jermaine Lamar Cole, is an American rapper and record producer born in a military base in Germany and raised in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Cole initially gained attention as a rapper following the release of his debut mixtape, The Come Up, in early 2007. Okay, I don't know that I've ever heard anything by him, but that's not saying a whole lot. But obviously he made some mark, because that's the second time at least that I've heard him referenced in another hip-hop song. So he's inverting a common euphemism during the song's hook, paying potential homage J. Cole's 2014 hit, No Role Models. Okay. Illustrating how he always proves his competitors wrong about numbers and output, Nate goes on to contradict his critics, demonstrate just how much he's progressed as an artist, seemingly disgruntled by those that don't acknowledge his skill and presence in the genre. All right, let's get up into the lyrics. Intro. Okay, verse 1. I'm not on your radar, then your radar's broke. Don't blame me for the way y'all's jokes fall flat. Get your mouth slapped, ain't no hoax. I get an inkling they picked me for the weak link. I'm gonna have to pose a question. It was funny because when I was looking over this, it's like I keep forgetting that and I even commented, it's one of the things I like about his flow and how he kind of like ends lines. Like where he ends and begins, he'll use like in the middle of words sometimes, or obviously in sentences. But sometimes it's confusing when reading the lyrics, because it's like, I'm going to have to pose. Okay, what's he going to have to pose? And you can think about it for a second, then you're like, wait a second. I'm going to have to pose a question. So I wonder if there's a connection to hoax and inkling, because inkling, isn't that typically used in kind of a supernatural way, or no? I mean, because an inkling is like an idea of or a feeling, right? Yeah, suspicion or a hint. I didn't know if he was trying to connect it thematically with hoax. Maybe he's just using it because inkling, weak link, just the flow there. So I'm going to have to pose a question for the ones that don't accept that I've been exceptional, because the moment I get involved is the moment a song takes off, which he's just saying, if I'm on it, it's going somewhere. So how could you think I wouldn't last long in a game that I was made to play? What do y'all take me for? Rest assured, when I do come back to tour, it'll be Christmas morning in a way, because I'm a wake up with a present so big they'll jump for joy, which obviously he's working on his full-length album, which I don't think it would release Hope didn't release till 2023. I'm pretty certain. So yeah, we had The Search in 2019, clouds in 2021, hope in 2023. Wow, dude, that's a long time. I mean, obviously, like, he had to put clouds out or needed to. It would have been pretty epic to disappear for 4 years, and then just come out with hope. But obviously he put out clouds. But still, I mean, 2 years between the search and clouds, then 2 years between clouds and hope. And so obviously the idea is like when he shows up back on the scene, it's going to be crazy. Yeah, let it be known, I'm better when I'm out of control. I cannot be the butt of a joke. I'm cutting in the front of you posers, talking like you really a pro when you ain't even part of the convo. Nothing but an amateur. I'll slow down when I want it colossal. I'll slow down when I want it colossal. Only way to put it if I chose. I want it. I mean, I know what colossal means. I'm getting paranoid because I got burned recently while going through some lyrics, and I'm just like, I don't trust genius. Okay, so this will be after the Christmas morning. I'm cutting in front of the posers, talking like you're really a pro when you ain't even part of the con, though. Nothing but an amateur. I'll slow down when I want it. Maybe it just means I'll slow down when I want it. Colossal. Only way to put it if I chose. Yeah, and I could be bigger, maybe considering it a bit of, consider it a bit of it was helping you all too. So yeah, the colossal is kind of its standalone deal here, which makes more sense versus, I mean, nothing but an amateur. I'll slow down when I want it. I mean, I'm assuming when I want it, colossal. Colossal just means big. Only way to put it if I chose. I'm assuming he's saying colossal is the only way to describe it. I could be bigger, maybe consider it a bit. If it was helping you all to comprehend, you condescend. Incompetent, the consequences, hard to miss, it's common sense. One, so wrap your head around it. I might have to get up off the porch, show you how it's done. I got the form, power tripping on me, get destroyed. Pull the plug, I'm rolling up your cord. Obviously, power tripping, plugs, cord. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times, hold up, rewind, that's not even possible. He says to play off a well-known proverb, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. With NF saying that fool me 3 times is impossible. He's implying he doesn't give people that many chances. Interestingly, NF reverses the second part of the proverb from shame on me to shame on you, indicating those trying to fool him are at fault, not him. Yeah, which obviously the proverb as it is, fool me once, shame on you. The fact that anybody's trying to fool someone, yes, shame on them. It doesn't matter if it's twice, 3 times, 4 times, or once. But obviously the whole idea is fool me twice, shame on me, that it's like I should have seen it coming. I shouldn't have fallen for it. I shouldn't have listened, which is actually a really interesting thing because obviously you could apply that toward manipulative people. It's just like, no, sorry, not letting you fool me twice. Get out of here. Okay. Me, I keep it honorable. Who's your favorite? Let me know. Tally up, count the votes. Wasn't me? That's a joke. Yeah, hey, that's a joke. I'm assuming he's saying, like, if I'm not the one at the top of the votes, that's a joke? Or is he trying to say... Yeah, so if it wasn't him, then it's like, that's a joke, because he should be at the top. Yeah, it took a minute. Now I'm at the better end of all of it. The day I want to quit, be a bitter one, Quit'll be a bitter one to swallow, cause I meant it when I said I wasn't really into audibles. I'm assuming you know, but if you don't, an audible, other than being like the thing that you listen to from Amazon, an audible, at least from my perspective, and we can look at a definition in a second, is generally in football. When you call an audible, it just means you have a set play, everybody lines up, but then you recognize, oh, we need to change something based on maybe how the defense is lined up or whatever. And so you call an audible, meaning you switch the play in the middle. It's this idea of being fluid and flexible and changing as you sense things. But I primarily know it in football. Let's see. Audible, able to be heard. Yeah, but when you, okay, so a change in the offensive play called by the quarterback at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, because obviously you have this definition, but that's not what he's talking about. When you call an audible. I meant it when I said I wasn't really into audibles. I guess you got to call them when your odds are at the bottom. So I'm assuming that he's saying maybe Clouds, the mixtape, is like calling an audible. They had a plan for an album. And I'd be curious too if like maybe a lot of stuff in Clouds was the plan for the album. And then somewhere in there, they were like, wait, let's do something totally different. And they just kind of took these things they had been working on or parts of them and released them under Clouds. But I'm assuming he's calling Clouds, the mixtape, the audible. They had a plan for an album release, but he calls an audible when his odds are at the bottom and they're stacking up against you. It's a pity, but they got to give a nod to me for at least doing something different, changing it up, releasing Clouds. I'm running with the best. I've been the kind to make a profit off of everything you told me wasn't possible. So, yeah, not people telling him that he wouldn't make it, that his albums wouldn't sell. And not only did they sell some, not only did they make back what was invested, but he made a profit from it. That's what you call success. So why would you continue with the narrative and not admit I'm someone incredible? Look for of a general, hit him with the end of a shovel. They want to forget it. He sure likes to hit people with shovels. I put him on the ground and I get up and open the pit of my stomach to remind him again I'm a whole different animal. That's cool. It's gross, but it's cool. Whatever the case, I'ma get it. I'm in it. No doubt I would give it everything if I gotta, but not if the commas are pushing me to run with the common, the joking aside. Whatever the case, I'ma get it. I'm in it. No doubt I would give it everything if I gotta, but not if the commas are pushing me to run with the common. Not if the commas are pushing me to run with the common. What does that mean? I'm in it, no doubt. I would give it everything if I gotta, but not if the commas are pushing me to run with the common. I wonder if he's saying commas as in commentators? I don't know. There's a few things going through my mind. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe commas mean commentators. There's something deeper there. So one of you guys help me with that. The joking aside, if you took away the dummies and bias, you'll notice that I am insane. Improved a lot, but I still feel it's hard to keep my lid from popping off, but I prevail. How you going to skip over the details and tell me to be focused? Hold that thought. Don't tell me you mean well if you don't mean well, right? He hates people that are disingenuous. I call the shots, but don't need my hand held. When it comes to making records, who you know that does that better? The way I connect letters, you'd think that the alphabet was made by me. That's great. When it comes to storytelling, I'm great at it. Tune in or get tuned out. My face got redder because I'm embarrassed for the ones unaware of my work. What? Did I stutter? Known to be cordial, but those that think that never seen me in a war zone. My delivery gets better every time I spit. I don't keep my sword low. Tell me, why would I do that? Doesn't make sense when you're in a game this cutthroat. Yeah, it's true. It just gets better and better and better. If you want to maintain control, you got to keep up. If you can't handle the workload, somebody else will. It's a really interesting thought, just in any arena of life, keeping your sword sharp, keeping your skills tuned up and sharpened, or you kind of become irrelevant in whatever field you're in. Now, that's up to you to decide what is it you want to accomplish, what is it that you want to achieve. And there's generally some insane person out there doing whatever you're doing at just the craziest level, and maybe that's what you want to pursue and you want to attain. Like for me, I do web design. Am I by far the best web designer there is? Heck no. Can I create a beautiful website that serves the need of the people that I work with? I'm not working with big movie studios. I'm not working with Silicon Valley companies. I'm working with the guy that, has a tree cutting business down the road, or the hair salon, or traffic control and supply. So I serve a lot of small business, and yet deliver a professional result for their small business. And so anyways, all that to say is I keep my sword sharpened, but am I on the cutting edge of everything? Not necessarily. That might be the case for NF, because obviously even coming into this album, you're just wow, dude, he's still just running with the front of the pack. Even if he's not recognized that way, his abilities are ridiculous. How could you call me unskilled? That's like looking at Mount Everest and then calling it a small hill. Not at all thrilled, I'm in all still. Trying not to laugh, but it just spills out sometimes. I've been writing, chill. Just chew on this till the record's built, okay? Obviously speaking to the mixtape again. Okay, and then we have a repeated chorus on our way out. Well, let me know your thoughts on That's a Joke. Okay, my apologies. Thanks for being with me for this one. Hope to see you in the next one. Reading good.